What is good, PSL family? Welcome back to the PSL Show. It's crazy to say we're in episode 2. Last week we were able to launch episode 1, and I'm the same host, Martha Karanja. Thank you for joining us for the second episode of the PSL Show. Now, you know the drill. We're here to recognize our learners and what they got up to last week. So, our motto has always been and will always be where glory meets effort and the leaderboard tells a story. So this week, we're not only recognizing our great achievers and who topped the charts in the leaderboard and what the badges of this week were. We had the honor of hosting our physical math contest on Saturday. Thank you, Kasarani Group of Schools, for hosting us. We will acknowledge and kind of get into what those guys are on to on Saturday. But before that, let's jump straight into the badges of the week. Yeah. This week, the learners were grinding because the list I have with me right now has a different amount of learners than what we saw in last week's video. So we're going to jump straight into flawless victory, which just means you completed a challenge and you got 100%. So some of these learners are Brian M., Jaden M., Hamed O., and Marceline E. It's nice to see you again, Marceline. We see you. We see the effort that you're putting in, and we appreciate you. Hope you get your flowers today. Now we're going to go straight into Steady 14. Steady 14, we have Angel A., Mishba D., Dikra D. Thank you. The three of you carried this week, and we can't wait to see you next week. Now, on to the Flash. This is actually my favorite superhero. Now, the Flash, we have Victoria W. and Angel A. Congratulations, guys. On to the Olympian. Now, Olympian basically means that you got a 7-day streak that was like a perfect, of perfect days. So, on to the Olympian. We have two Olympians. We have Lewis K. and Claire C. Congratulations, guys. Can't wait to see you again for another 7 days of perfect scores. On to the Silver Jubilee. Silver Jubilee just means you completed 25 challenges. 25 challenges, that is crazy. That means you're only 25 more to get the final badge, which is the Golden Jubilee. But let's focus on the Silver Jubilee for now. Now we have Sabrina J, Victoria W, Claire C, Ali A, Omar A, and Ethan B. Congratulations, guys. Thank you for carrying the silver badge. Hope to see you next week and possibly at Golden, because at Golden we have our two winners. These two literally went band for band and were able to score 50. They were able to do 50 and complete 50 challenges. So from Little Lily's Kakamega, we have Joel K. Joel K, congratulations. We also have Aisha G from Al Kahir Royal. So congratulations, guys, and let's jump straight into the next category. So we're jumping straight into top gainers. Now, our top gainers, over here, we do things differently. We don't just do, oh, you've gotten a number 1, and then we sherekea you and we buy you a juice or whatever. We're going to recognize everyone who was able to gain or like add any point from last week. So comparing the 2 different weeks, these are the people who are able to gain more points on that category. So over here, proof. This is literally proof that consistency plus effort is equals to result. So let's grind, everybody, and let's add some of those points. And possibly, I will call your name out for the next one. So, someone who jumped 56 places. I'm talking from 138 to 82. That is crazy. We have Joan N. Congratulations, Joan. We see you. And that is literally so amazing. Hope to see you next week again. Someone who rose 20 spots. So initially, I don't have your initial scores, but I do know the points that you gained with. You are top 30 with 1,491 points. Over here, we have Brian M. Brian M., we've seen you at Badges of the Week. Hope to see you again and again. Keep shining, Brian. We see you. Asia A was able to climb with 11 places and was top 20 this last week now. Fatma O was able to improve with 10 ranks. Jaden M advanced 6 spots. into the top 20 and powered by 1,424 points. So keep being consistent, keep shaking up the leaderboard. We see you, and let's see you next week. It appears from last week we had new members joining us to the PSL family. Welcome everybody. Now, we'd like to acknowledge some of you guys that we kind of saw you making an effort. And we have Joy M, Baraka M, and Adia N. So welcome to the PSL family. Hope to see you climbing the ranks and getting your badges and getting your flowers. And in the process, I hope you learn a lot from what we have to offer. Now, jumping straight from the fresh names that we got to see, we want to acknowledge our top scorers of the week. These are the pros. These are the Ora farmers over here, right? And we want to start with Emmanuel N. He was 5th place with 38 actions, scoring 1,678 points. Congratulations, Emmanuel, at 5th place. Next, we have Omar A. Omar A, congratulations. You completed last week's challenge with 40 actions. And you were able to score 1,756 points. That is crazy. Congratulations, Omar. In third place, we have Zawadi W. Zawadi, congratulations. Now, out here we know Zawadi. Zawadi is beating all odds over there, and hopefully we'll get to recognize her later. Zawadi was able to have 42 actions and was able to score 1,821 points. Now, on to the second and first. Now here is where things get a bit interesting, right? We have Ayman M. Ayman, I hope I've not butchered your name because you had an outstanding 44 points, 44 actions, and you had a total of 1,892 points. Now, I want you guys to kind of, in the comments, kindly leave for me what the gap between number 1 and number 2 was, because this is crazy. You are literally leaving each other with a few points. Now at number 1 we have Emmanuel N. Emmanuel N with 49 actions. You were able to score 2,039 points. So leave leave it below how much you think that is. Do the math, yeah? So notice how there's like 40 to 50 actions. That means if you make, in order to get big points, you actually have to put more dominance, like put more action, act on the challenges, and for sure you're gonna reap the benefits of your own labor. So on to the next category. We want to jump straight into our valuable battlefielders. We have each and every one of them scoring and recording 477 ranking challenges last week. That is amazing. We want to recognize the 5 of you. So at number 5, we have Samuel R. Congratulations, Samuel. We have Lewis K. at number 4. At number 3, we have Joel K. Joel K, you're killing it. Keep doing what you're doing. Now, at the top, we have our number 2 and our number 1. Our number 2 was actually also at the Badges of the Week section. We have Aisha G. Aisha G, congratulations. Last but not least, we know her, we love her, we see her every time we log into the link. We have Zawadi W, still a reigning champion at number 1. Thank you, Zawadi. Keep doing what you're doing, and we acknowledge whatever challenges that you're doing each and every week. Keep shining, Zawadi. Now, we're jumping straight onto the special feature. On Saturday, as I mentioned during the intro, we were able to have our physical contest, and with me, I have the results. Now we're going to highlight some of the contestants and the schools that were present. So congratulations. Thank you for showing up and representing the different schools that you're from. Let's look at the performance across the grades. Starting with grade 7. Kasarani was able to lead with a staggering 57 average, producing top 5 learners, including someone whose name I'm actually obsessed with, Gatquoth. Did I butcher your name? No? You were able to score 60 points with other 4 contestants who are also tied at 59. Congratulations. Thank you, Kasarani, for giving us great learners. Straight into grade 8. Now, in grade 8, our best school was again Kasarani with an average of 73 marks, with John K scoring at 91 points. We have Angel W with 90, Gladys W with 87, leading the pack. So congratulations, Kasarani, again. Thank you for representing grade 8. Now on to grade 9. Now grade 9 had a different school. Congratulations, Mountain View, for scoring an average of 87 marks, with Cornerstone, ACK, St. Elizabeth close behind, with the top student being Melvin M. Congratulations, Melvin, for scoring 93 points. We have Raymond K from Mountain View with 93 points. We have Patrick N with 93 points from Mountain View. So congratulations, Mountain View, for sweeping the best scores in grade 9. Now, last but not least, we had our best overall school. Now, drum roll, please. This school was able to shake things up on that day. Our best school during the PSL contest was Mountain View School. Congratulations, Mountain View. Thank you for participating and for being able to participate in the contest. Mountain View's depth secured the crown. Kasarani dominated grade 7 and 8, and Cornerstone thank you so much for participating with all your participants. Hope to see or even more schools. Hope that this contest gets bigger and we get to see more schools. But for the schools present, thank you so much. Sadly, that marks the end of today's episode. Thank you for joining me for episode 2. And if you're wondering, what even is PSL? Click the link below and you'll be able to join and stand a chance to join the challenge for next week. Now, currently, this week's challenge is happening. And you know what? The leaderboard can change overnight. And you can climb, you can drop. So keep winning, keep grinding. I've been your host, Martha Karanja. And join me for next week's episode where we get to see more of what our learners are doing. So